sure which. I just know he's not here. He's always secretive about it anyway.
So you bring me no water.
What's wrong?
That's nothing. I'm just on new meds, and if I don't stay hydrogenated, my mouth dries up. And then certain people in the building think I'm drunk.
Are you?
No.
Okay.
I don't prescribe this stuff for myself. I don't even know what it is.
You just take the pills.
Yes. Water. Okay. All right. What audio you got, Daniel?
Well, hang on. I got to pull it up. That was faster than I'm used to. All right. That was from yesterday. Danny Trejo was on David Spade's new show last night.
Mm-hmm.
You want to hear that?
Sure.
Danny, I just want to say on behalf of all people with cars, thank you for what you did. You're a stud. Great tacos, too.
Yeah, I want to invite you and all your audience down here for tacos.
All right. We're going to get some free tacos?
You're going to be invited down here.
Well, that's different. All right, well, that's very generous of you, Danny. All right, well, thank you,
See you
Danny.
tomorrow.
Okay.
They said he was on for just 10 seconds?
Yeah, just for a little bit. So, the backstory here is Danny Trejo was on his way to get his car serviced the other day when he saw two cars get into an accident in L.A., and one of them flipped over, and Danny ran to rescue a kid out of the back seat. So this is him actually talking to the news yesterday about it.
I was panicked, and I told people, we have to use our superpowers. So he screamed, superpowers, and we started, yelling superpowers. And so we got kind of like a bond given to others. I'm telling you, everything good that has happened to me has happened as a direct result of helping someone else. Everything.
You're going to have to help Uncle Danny Trejo a little more. Some of his superpowers seeped out through his cracks and crevices. Did he do a lot before he got in with, who was it, Robert Rodriguez?
What do you mean, did he do a lot? You mean acting-wise?
Yeah.
I think he was in prison.
Oh. Well, that would explain the look.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure how long it was that I'm not sure how long it was in between prison and then acting. I know I've looked this up before. It's been so long I don't recall. I have to look it up and so I can find out for you.
How many felonious murders?
I don't think he killed anybody. I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
That's too bad.
All right, let's see. Early life. I was born in Echo Park, neighborhood of Los Angeles. Mexican parents, son of Alice Rivera and Dionisio Trejo, construction worker. Prior to his film career, Trejo worked as a labor foreman in construction throughout the 60s. Wow. I always forget that he's 75 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Anyways.
Well, not everybody can have all the luxuries of the Cindy Skull soap.
All the moisturizing, yeah. Throughout the 60s, Trejo was in and out of jail and prison in California. Trejo has suggested that his physical appearance contributed to his constantly getting into trouble. There are conflicting accounts of his prison chronology. By one account, his final term in custody ended in 1972. By another, he did time in a juvenile offenders camp and 6 California prisons between 1959 and 69. He recalled that his last prison term was 5 years. While serving in San Quentin, he became a champion boxer in that prison's lightweight and welterweight divisions. During this time, he became a member of the 12-step program, which he credits with his success in overcoming drug addiction. In 2011, he recalled that he had been sober for 42 years. Then, while he was working as a youth drug counselor, a teenage patient asked for his assistance dealing with cocaine problems on the set of Runaway Train in 1985. And while there, he was offered a job as an extra in the film's prison scenes. How fitting.
Runaway Train was the lemon blossoms. Flo?
I don't recall.
Talking about the song?
Was it Blind Lemon?
I think it's Blind Llama.
Blind Mama?
Blind Lemon. I think.
It doesn't matter. I think that was the only hit they had, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
So then Edward Bunker, who is himself a former convict and respected crime author, was writing a screenplay for the film, I guess Runaway Train, and he recognized Trejo because he had done time with him at San Quentin. Bunker, remembering Trejo's boxing skills, offered him $320 per day to train Eric Roberts, one of the movie stars, for a boxing scene. And then from there, just kind of picked up steam, and he's just kind of been doing stuff ever since.
Never wondered why Eric Roberts got so lost in the shadow of his sister. He's not a bad actor.
No, he's very good. And honestly, I don't know. Because he's one of those guys that has drifted between sort of some B-type movies and then regular movies. And it's actually kind of impressive that he's able to do that, because usually once you get labeled on that lower set of films, you never get out.
Yeah, look at Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
Really, somebody that has the range to do almost anything he wants. I told him a long time ago in the studio, I said, if they ever want to revamp, you got the face, you got the build, the demeanor for James Garner. They wanted to do the Rockford Files again.
Mm-hmm.
He took none of it and went on and did Escape from something. Do you know he was in Escape from L.A.?
I don't think I've ever actually seen Escape from L.A. It's one of those movies I've been around a couple of times, but I've never actually seen it.
He played the plastic surgeon for Los Angeles. And he came, I didn't recognize it was him until they rolled the credits. I went, Springsteen is not in this movie. I'm not Bruce Springsteen. You know who I'm talking about. When he's not in this movie.
Bruce Campbell.
But they had him under so much makeup, there's no way you could tell who it was. And he was planning on taking out one of Snake's eyes. Pity there's only one. Oh, man.
Oh, the Snake. It's weird. I know things about the movie and even in Escape from New York. I've just never actually seen them all the way through.
Escape from L.A. sucks. And I don't know how it got that way, because you think you'd give a director more money and they'd be a little more frugal with it. You saw it, Chloe, right?
I saw it. The scene when he was surfing, or he was on a surfboard or something, that was like really odd.
Well, which part?
The only part that he was on the water.
Right, I'm not going to pound you on that one. Yeah, the graphics were just horrible. The graphics were worse than the first Spider-Man.
There was actually, I saw on Twitter the other day, there's some film account or movie account that I follow. It's like all-time movies or something. Anyway, they'll occasionally show just random things from different movies, and one they show on occasion is one of the Pierce Brosnan James Bond movies. And I don't remember this scene. I don't even know if I saw this particular movie. I thought I've seen all the Bond movies, but anyway, it's one where he is sort of parasurfing, so it looks like he's kind of got like a parachute type thing above him, but then he's also surfing on this wave, and he's having to dodge like chunks of ice. And the graphics, first of all, just the description is stupid, but the graphics on it look horrendous. Like it's like second grade level guess in the 90s or something, but still.
We had it by then.
It almost looked like a cartoon scene in a live action movie.
Yeah, and that's what Spider-Man, the first one, when they really have his uniform rendered out, and he's climbing up the wall, and it's showing close-ups of his face. I wouldn't give $24 for that. Was this your last scene and you forgot to render it?
Yeah, that movie had a lot of screw-ups.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire was one of them. A superhero ain't got no job.
That's Spider-Man, though. That had nothing to do with Tobey Maguire.
But use your superhero powers and go and get a job.
Like in the, Tobey Maguire, yeah, he was in high school then, so he was working on his education. Same way with the, kind of like all Spider-Men have been. I don't think there's ever one that was, adult. Like Spider-Man now is in high school.
Let's see. Did one of them have a route, like a pizza route or something?
Yeah, I guess that's right, because then he ended up graduating, the Tobey Maguire version of Spider-Man. He ended up graduating high school, then he went to work at the newspaper. Obviously, that's where you get the J. Jonah Jameson or whatever it is. Yeah.
All right. Nothing else going on here with Spider-Man. Let's see, what other audio do you have?
I have a suspected drunk driver who was found blocking a drive-thru. She tried to get out of trouble by pretending she wasn't driving. So here she is trying to convince a police officer of that.
We were called here because there's an issue going on with you. I don't know what's not with your vehicle out of the drive-thru. I was in driving, so I was just ordering. How did the vehicle get here? I don't know. I just ordered
I mean, this is serious. Should never drink and drive. At the same time, none of us can cast any stones right now.
Yeah.
Because we've all done this.
Mm-hmm. How did the car get here? It's the Miracle-Gro. They're fast, There they go. Oof, 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 oof.
Miracle-Gro?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Put it on the car. It makes it grow faster. Somebody's heard of Miracle-Gro.
Oh, we've heard of Miracle-Gro, but not with vehicles.
When you're drunk, you can use it on anything. But thank you.
Okay. Puts them on the radio.
How long before we got a break?
About 5 minutes.
Okay. More audio?
You done with the lady in the drive-thru?
Was there more?
No, that's all the audio. I just didn't know if there was anything else. I think she should have just said to the officers that she'd been kidnapped and that she had just come to.
That'll get you places.
All right, well, let's go. We'll move on then. It's the 50th anniversary of Disneyland's Haunted Mansion. You ever been to Disneyland?
Disneyland is West Coast, yes.
Gotcha. Did you go on the Haunted Mansion ride?
Believe so. And what year they added?
50 years ago.
What a dick.
All right. That'd be, that'd be 69? So 1969?
I don't know. I couldn't keep track. We didn't go because my parents could afford it. We went because the TV show we were doing at the time could afford it.
Oh, gotcha. So you didn't go as a kid. Okay.
No. So we went to Disney World, and then went to Universal Studios Hollywood on the other coast.
Gotcha.
It was very interesting. I don't know how parents do it. I don't know how in the flying you
was probably, I don't know, I want to say like 4 to 5 minutes.
There was just too many different things. And luckily they had stuff to keep us busy. They put on I don't even know what we were plugging. I think we were promoting Disney Splash Mountain. Anybody remember that?
Yes, love Splash Mountain. That's one now where you get the, you see everyone posing for the photo at the end, I think. And everyone tries to get the crazy antic photo.
Mm-hmm.
So it's memorable.
Yeah, when we shot it, I think it was the first year. They were promoting it in Dallas, Fort Worth, and they put on, I don't know how to describe these. It was supposed to look like there was a big swoosh at the very end, and they put on these hairy Denny's hats. That makes sense? Do you know what Denny's hats look like?
Are you talking about the chef's hat?
Yeah.
Yes.
Look like one of those, except 4 feet tall.
Got it.
It was a big, pretty big day.
I don't remember that one for some reason.
I'm trying to think. So many things that were out there that were new. May have been torn down by now. Is still there?
Yes, I believe that is still there, yeah.
Splash Mountain, I'm going to guess, is still there.
I think so.
I'm out. We just had so much stuff to do. But I still felt, even though we had carte blanche, I still felt bad that we got to step around people and it's like, hey, it's television, so back up just a little.
Miracle-Gro.
Universal Studios was fun.
Never been there.
If you got nothing else to do as far as they're not going to make you shoot commercials or clean or do anything else, that's a good one to go to. Safe for everyone, safe for the children's.
So you've been to an amusement park that made you clean?
Yeah. And actually, Trey lost $150 on that one.
At the amusement park or on the cleaning?
This was on the cleaning. He said, forgot how it came up in conversation. I said, I've been to these places. I had to clean an elephant before. He goes, no, you ain't cleaned up no elephant shit. Not really. Took him to the back, showed him the tape, showed us scooping up elephant grunt. And I mean a lot. Not just 1 or 2 shovels. If you were standing there, it was definitely the elephant in the room.
And what park was this?
I think that one was Universal Studios Hollywood.
Where they made you pick up the elephant poo?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, hang on a second. I know we got a break. Jerry.
Yes, sir?
Did you find what you needed for your big special today?
Today?
That's a yes or a no?
Okay, then the answer is no.
Okay. What are you going to need for tomorrow? Monday.
Are you talking about the record player?
Do you have anything else lined up for Monday?
No.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Can you help me out here a bit?
Okay. And I helped.
Just not this show.
Uh-huh.
All right, so you need the 45 so you need 45s, you need a 45 RPM player, and you need the adapters, and probably a cord.
Sure.
Do you need a cord or not?
Well, I mean, you need one, but usually they're attached to the units, so.
Okay. Would you know how to use one of those if somebody wasn't there to show you?
A record player? Of course I know how to use a record player.
Don't get indignant with me. How many 45s do you have?
I do not own any vinyl. I haven't owned a record player in probably a quarter of a century.
All right. Well, then we can do that tomorrow. I think Jerry's big, this fantastic day in history is what?
It's a vinyl day.
All singles. All singles.
Okay.
Is it or not?
Yes. Absolutely.
I think the company's giving the wrong person the wrong time. All right, then we'll save that for tomorrow. You'll be very excited for it, won't you?
I will.
All right, so let's take a break here, Dan.
Good idea.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Damn, Scully. Damn. Wake up with you any morning.
I'm telling you, I got the best swag ever next week. Monday morning, it is the Black Keys. 7:10, folks. Then at 8:10, get ready for Slipknot and Volbeat at Denny's. Plus, we have a keyword for the chance at the iHeartRadio Music Festival trip to Vegas with $1,000. Catch it all Monday right here on The Scully Show.
Mornings with Cindy Skull on 97.1 The Eagle. iHeartRadio music you should know. Ed Sheeran featuring Chris Stapleton and Bruno Mars. Glow.
Feeling like a bullet, jumping at a gun. I feel like a winner. I feel like the one. You're doing something to me. You're doing something
subtle difference between the sound of a car hitting your rear bumper and the sound of a clown car hitting your rear bumper.
Sorry about that. Here's a balloon animal. Had my information.
We call that a three-ring fender bender, and we covered it. At Farmers,
They know a thing or two because they've seen a thing or two.
click for more.
We are farmers.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
With Glassdoor, finding the best new hire is as easy as... Just like that, your job's posted to over 67 million job seekers. And Glassdoor hires are 30% more likely to stay with your company longer. Start your free trial today at glassdoor.com/hire.
Curb appeal. You know it when you see it. And with the Home Depot, today is the day for doing. Boost your curb appeal with the best brands at the best prices. From new garage doors to colorful flowers, exterior lights to a new coat of paint, inspiration to installation. You can do it, or let the Home Depot do it for you. Visit homedepot.com/services for more information on installing your next project. The Home Depot. More saving. More doing. U.S. only. See store for details.
Mortgage, they were at 4.875. So here's what's happening. When we run numbers for you, it costs people absolutely nothing. If it saves you money and puts money in your pocket, then that's a reason to pick up the phone and call to decide, hey, is refinancing going to put more money in my pocket? And on this $450,000 mortgage, this guy's putting $350 a month in his pocket. That ain't chump change. Think about that. $350 of Russ every single month for the next 5 years is a lot of money.
Now, what did he have to do?
He had to pick up the phone. He had to call us. He had to give us some information. I ran numbers for him, and then we're ready to go. And people can evaluate it. We walk you through the whole thing. You're not calling a call center or anything like that. You're getting real live people every time you call my office. And we only have 4 of us that produce loans, and you get the best qualified mortgage originator in the country. And a lot of these companies, Russ, right now, they're quoting people 90 to 120 days to close. And I had another client just move forward on a cash out. He picked up the phone and called the bank. They told him 105 days. Do you really want to wait till Thanksgiving to get your money?
You know what? If I get it by then, at least I got it.
Yeah, so I just recommend to people, pick up the phone, give me a call. We can get your loan closed. Our goal is to get them done in 15 days or less. 1-800-EXPRESS. You can go to RodneyAnderson.com.
And Rodney Anderson is another proud supporter of the RMS Listeners Foundation.
Supreme Lending is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 2129, MLO 196730, 4975 Preston Park Boulevard, Suite 800, Plano, Texas 75093. Texas S&L Mortgage Banker Registration, Residential Mortgage Loan Originator.
Local vendors, fresh air, food, fun. Yes, please. Nebraska Furniture Mart's Market Days returns Saturday from 10 till 4 as part of our 82nd anniversary celebration. Explore local vendors with clothing and accessories, cosmetics, personal care, drink samples, food trucks, and more. Plus, the Nintendo Game Truck is here with the latest interactive gaming experiences. Stop by Market Days, then come inside for our anniversary celebration with store-wide savings in every department. Explore more than 700 appliances on display. Shop our huge TV selection, home automation technology, and more. Find aisle after aisle of living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, and every style and color of flooring, from trendy hardwood to beautiful durable carpet. Plus, use 24-month financing. And enter to win more than $10,000 in anniversary prize packages. As we innovate and grow at Nebraska Furniture Mart. Minimum monthly payments required for financing. 18% APR must meet age and eligibility requirements for enter to win. See NFM.com for complete details.
At Verizon, we know that everyone in the family is different. Dad does all his work on the phone. Mom's all about video chatting with the family back in Mexico. And the kids, they're more into gaming. That's why Verizon lets everyone in the family mix and match. And now with more unlimited plans, everybody gets what they need without paying for the things they don't. New plans start at $35 per line per month with 4 lines on Start Unlimited. Plus, unlimited calls and messaging to Mexico. And if you switch now, get up to $650 per line toward our best phones with select trade-in. The network more people rely on gives you more. Verizon. Plus taxes and fees. Auto pay and paper-free billing required. Unlimited 4G LTE. In times of congestion, your data may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Only up to 25 gigabytes per month on Play More Unlimited, 50 gigabytes per month on Do More Unlimited, and 75 gigabytes per month on Give More Unlimited. Up to $15.99.99 device payment purchase with new smartphone line and porting required. Less $200 prepaid card mailed within 8 weeks. Plus up to $450 trade-in promo credit applied over 24 months. Promo credit ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. 0% APR trade-in conditions apply.
Hey, it's Alfie Coy,
Tarantino, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This movie is thrilling, it's bold, it's beautiful, and for the very first time, it brings Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio together on the big screen. It is Quentin Tarantino's biggest box office opener ever. It's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and it's in theaters now.
The ultimate summer fun starts at Specs, with aisle after aisle of low-priced savings on all your favorites. Specs is your go-to for good times all summer long. From tropical mixers to ice-cold sixers and sparkling rosés to spirits that amaze. So, whether you're hitting the beach, living the lake life, hiking the hilltops, or just enjoying some front porch perfection, Specs makes it easy to get what you need for less. Specs, the fun starts here.
Promise that you'll never find another like me. With the Capital One Saver Card, you earn 4% cash back on dining and entertainment. That's 4% cash back on milkshakes with extra whipped cream. And 4% to get extra out at the show. The Capital One Saver Card. Earn 4% on dining and 4% on entertainment. What's in your wallet?
Hey guys, it's Taylor. You can pre-order my new album, Lover, at TaylorSwift.com.
Terms apply. Capital One Bank, USANA.
Your shot at a trip to our iHeart Radio Music Festival and $1,000 spending cash now. Text the nationwide keyword ROCK to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's ROCK to 200-200. The Eagle.
Traffic? Is that right? Hang on. What do we got?
Traffic.
I keep getting from first. 4:38. Time to check on traffic. That's in traffic.
Jerry.
Terry Caldwell is in the Eagles Black Thunder.
Thank you, Russ. From the 5-star Ford Chevy Subaru Traffic Center, this is Eagle Traffic. All right, we're going to start in Carrollton. There's an accident on I-35E southbound to Crosby. That's got traffic stopped back from Frankfurt Road. And that is a 30-minute delay. It's nasty business in there. Then in Dallas, we've got an accident that's blocking the right lane of 20 westbound right before Lancaster Road. Traffic is stop and go there back from 45, and that's about a 10-minute delay. And then finally in Arlington, we've got an accident blocking the right lane at 360 northbound at Six Flags Drive. That's a 7-minute delay. Stop and go traffic back on Park Road Drive. Subscribe to the Russ Martin Show, audio and video archives at russmartin.fm. All proceeds benefit the RMS Listeners Foundation. I'm Jerry Caldwell at 97 on the Eagles, Black Thunder.
Farmers Insurance knows that there's a not-so-subtle difference between the sound of a car hitting your rear bumper and the sound of a clown car hitting your rear bumper.
Sorry about that. He had the balloon animal.
Had my information. We call that a three-ring fender bender, and we covered it. At Farmers,
They know a thing or two because they've seen a thing or two.
click for more.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance, exchanges and affiliates. Products not available in every state.
You can get the job done or the job done right with Glassdoor. Glassdoor helps you find the best new hires in half the resumes. And they're 30% more likely to stay with your company longer. Hire better, hire faster. Start your free trial today at glassdoor.com/hire.
Curb appeal. You know it when you see it. And with the Home Depot, today is the day for doing. Boost your curb appeal with the best brands at the best prices. From new garage doors to colorful flowers, exterior lights to a new coat of paint, inspiration to installation. You can do it, or let the Home Depot do it for you. Visit homedepot.com/services for more information on installing your next project. The Home Depot. More saving. More do it. U.S. only. See store for details.
It was. With 45 RPMs. You could always go out and get a better deal. For the most part, if you went out and bought the LP, or whatever they call it now, just an album, is that right?
Yes.
But you spend, I don't know, I'd spend hours looking at the back of an LP. All right, do I want, okay, I like Band on the Run. I think Give a Little Luck was on there. sell you on it was the album art.
No, exactly. That's what I miss about just CDs, because you didn't have as much, let alone MP3s. There's nothing.
Well, now you get art, because you still get an album cover. Now it just shows up as an icon in your music list on your phone or on your car display.
I mean, there kind of is, but there's not like,
It's not like a poster.
And I like to look at the back. And like sometimes they would have an insert inside the LP.
Yeah, back then you could go out and buy a DVD holder or a CD holder. And what I would do is I would take the CD and put it on the picture frame, and then glue to the concert tickets on there. And then I forget what I did with the CD. And people would come over and go, "Oh my gosh, are you rich?" Honestly. Because that's before CDs came down a lot.
Because CDs came out, I think, 86? I think.
I believe so. Why?
I just forgot. I was like, when did CDs start taking over?
I remember when DVDs or CDs came out, and they kind of vanished. And then laser discs came out. And they're saying, "Look at how indestructible this is. It's fantastic. You can eat ice cream off of it." And that gave a resurgence to CDs. And then all of a sudden people are going, "You can't eat ice cream off that. That'll ruin it." And then just kind of went on to Blu-rays and whatever else was beyond that. All right, I'm sorry, Daniel. Where were we?
Miracle-Gro, Harry Denny's hats, Disney rides.
You wrote it down.
No, I actually just seeing another place. Let's see. What else? Rodney. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Oh, the Disney rides that we mentioned, and also the elephant stuff that they charged you $150 that Trey had to clean up at some place.
No, he didn't have to clean it up. I did. He just never believed that I would have done that. I got screamed at every winter by my dad. Get out there and clean up that elephant shit.
Your dad made you pick up elephant poop?
We made the mistake one time of taking him on one of the hot ticket shoots. So what we called it, Club?
I think so.
Yeah. And he's looking around. He's enjoying the inside studios. I think it was Universal Studios, Hollywood. He goes, "Get out there and clean up that elephant funk. You know this is going to come back around. You know it." I don't know how. I have absolutely no idea how, but you know it's going to come back around. You. All right. Have we gone through your audio?
Yeah, I don't think there's really anything else that really stood out to me.
All right.
Unless you want a husky having a temper tantrum.
Can't pass up a dog having a tantrum.
Kind of what I thought you'd say. A Siberian husky doesn't want to go out for a walk, so he protests fiercely.
Come on, get out of the basket. Come on. Let's go for a walk. Come on. I'm not turning on the water. Come on. Come on. Let's go for a walk. Come on.
I can visualize some I can. So he wanted, what was he not getting?
He didn't want to go outside for a walk, so he tried to hide in the tub.
That's why I asked his weight. If he's big enough and he doesn't want to go, I don't believe Dad's going to go. And nobody's going to put him in the corner.
The husky or the baby?
What's the biggest dog you have now?
Joel. He's about 60 pounds.
Has he already learned the art of dead weight?
No, he's always excited to go outside because there's squirrels.
He's going to the vet.
He's usually pretty good about that. He'll jump up into the back of the Jeep. Then we'll go to the doctor. He's for the most part really good, unless squirrel or next door neighbor dog or any other dog barking. He hates that.
Let's see, Everett's not in the studio today, yes?
No.
I've been waiting until he wasn't here one Friday.
For what?
Just to make an announcement.
Oh?
Want to guess?
I have no idea.
Yes.
You hate rice.
No.
You hate fish. Then, you hate beards? You love George W. Bush. I don't know.
Do you remember the ongoing battle? No, it wasn't nasty. Just an ongoing battle with me and my neighbor Troy with my subwoofer.
Yes. Yeah, you had mentioned that where he had said he could hear it from your television.
Yes. Yes.
Guess? Troy now loves your subwoofer?
No.
You put Miracle-Gro on it?
No.
Troy move out?
Where's my music? That wasn't what I was looking for, but yeah.
Troy moved out?
Yep.
Why didn't you want to say that with Everett around? You think he'd be crushed?
Oh, does he need any more ammo? He's growing a beard for just to be a rebel because he thinks George W. Bush, or is it, who got the H?
His dad.
All right. It's his protest. And he, for whatever reason, thinks it's working. Now, if you'll notice, I didn't do anything to get him out of the neighborhood. I wasn't trying. I thought we'd work the deal out.
So you think your next door neighbor moved because you live next door?
My money is just because of the noise.
So he sold his $1 million house because his neighbor was too loud.
Dude, I'm just guessing. You can guess.
I already did.
You gotta really hate a house that much to move out because of the sound. Because there are just too many ways to cover that up.
Well, call him and ask him.
Let me see if
Ask him if you ran him off.
What if he says yes?
Well, then you'll know.
Well, I didn't have the subwoofer to be a dick about it.
How about this?
Can't wait.
Your theory is that your TV in the subwoofer was so loud it made someone sell their big, beautiful mansion-style house.
Okay.
Wouldn't that make you think, maybe I should turn it down?
I don't know how long I paid a lot of money to dampen that woofer.
So then he moved out because after you fixed it.
I don't know. I just know that every weekend between 11 and 7 a.m. I would hear something. That was just downtime. I'll call him during the break and find out.
If you want, man, he's your former neighbor. I mean, maybe there's some other legitimate reason that he moved.
Would you call?
Huh?
Would you call?
No.
Why not?
Right now, I'm kind of hoping my neighbors move.
How come you don't like them?
Oh, they're fine. It just sometimes you're ready for some folks to move on.
What did you not like about him? Was he fast?
Yes, it's because he's so fast.
That was it? There was really nothing else? You just said you didn't like him?
No, I just said sometimes you're just ready to have some people move. Right, ready for some fresh blood in the neighborhood.
Oh. All right. It looks like you got time for, did we start birthdays?
No.
What's wrong with birthdays?
Birthdays it is. Okay, today is Friday, August 9th, 2019. Birthdays today. From the CW's Rain, Adelaide Kane is 29. Bill Skarsgård is 29 as well. He is the one that is portraying Pennywise the Clown in the new It movies. Anna Kendrick, actress and singer, she's 34 today. Ashley Johnson is 36. She played little Chrissy Seaver on Growing Pains, but now she's an FBI forensic scientist in Blind Spot.
Is that the irritating one?
Can you be more specific?
What's the series?
Blind Spot? Growing Pains?
Never mind.
Okay.
I'm thinking Fuller House.
Gotcha. Yeah, no. She's not on that show. Jessica Capshaw from Grey's Anatomy. She's 43 today. Kevin McKidd, also from Grey's Anatomy. He's 46. Rapper Mac 10, 48. Thomas Lennon turns 49, probably best known as Lieutenant Jim Dangle on Reno 911. He's also the new Felix on the Matthew Perry remake of The Odd Couple. I'm not even sure if that's still on. Eric Bana turns 51, actor. Gillian Anderson also turns 51 today. She played Dana Scully in The X-Files. NFL great Deion Sanders turns 52. Hoda Khattab from The Today Show is 55. Old school rapper Curtis Blow is 60. Amanda Bierce from Married with Children, she's 61. She played Marcy Darcy. And Melanie Griffith is 62. And Sam Elliott turns 75 today.
Well, I think it still looks pretty good.
He does. But I did notice this. You've not seen the new A Star is Born, right?
No.
Okay, he's in that. Now, I know you've seen him recently in The Ranch on Netflix, yes?
Yeah.
Does he look like he's constantly leaning to one side? Like
as he's always leaning on his, I think it's his right arm.
Okay. Because there's parts in the movie that he's in with, in A Star is Born, he looks like his whole body is curved. Like from the head down to like at least his waist. He's like just constantly sort of leaning over like he's trying to form like a letter C or something. It's just very odd.
I was really disappointed they popped The Ranch. I assume they did it. Something's been off the air for a year. It's gone. Or is that not true?
No, actually, I think they did cancel that. I think that news came out, I'll say recently, within the last couple of weeks. her daughter during a tour of Wayne's former home in Las Vegas a few years ago. The lawsuit says without any provocation, the monkey viciously attacked and bit the child, causing injury to her body as well as emotional distress.
Did we ever find out what a capuchin cost?
We did not. We did not find any sellers. But my guess would be in the thousands. You still want one?
If they get along with dogs.
Probably. I see them riding dogs at the rodeo sometimes.
Yeah, I think those are trained.
That's probably a good assessment.
Well, I'll ask around. Just from time to time you see something, you're going, why don't I have one of those?
Where have you been lately that you've seen a capuchin?
YouTube?
That makes sense.
Wouldn't mind having one of the trainable pigs. Ben Garrison. I wouldn't mind having one of those.
You want a former Cowboy player's son?
Mm-hmm. Do you know Walt has whipped him up and down? He's probably got to be ready to go. And they're supposed to be, you can correct me if I'm wrong, and 9 times out of 10, I am, they're supposed to be smarter than dogs.
Former Dallas Cowboys children?
Yes. Sorry, Van. Couldn't do nothing about it. Hey, Denny's daddy.
He says hi back.
Did he really?
What do you think?
Run the brave, yeah.